Lycoming Engines and members of the Federal Aviation Administration who are here with me. And we're here because the NTSB is charged by Congress to investigate every aircraft accident in the United States and determine a probable cause. We're still very much in the preliminary phase of our investigation here. What I can tell you thus far, and again this is preliminary information, is that at approximately 2:51 p.m. yesterday, October 29th, a 2020 experimental amateur-built Bear Hawk Patrol airplane, November 964 Romeo Sierra, departed Wyoming Valley Airport, climbed to about 750 feet above ground level, and about 3 minutes after flight impacted terrain here in this residential area. Preliminary information we have is from witnesses indicating that the pilot of the aircraft departed the aircraft and impacted the tail of the airplane before the final impact here. Both the pilot and the pilot-rated passenger sustained fatal injuries. The NTSB does not give out any information about the deceased. That will all come from the police department and other public officials. Today and tomorrow we're going to be on scene collecting perishable evidence, witness statements, pieces of the aircraft, collecting video footage that may have been taken by individuals, by door cams. We'd also like to ask the public, anybody that witnessed this accident or has any video, would ask them to please write to witness@ntsb.gov. Again, that's witness@ntsb.gov, or they can call 1-866-328-6347 and would be interested in any information that the public has. While we're here, we're going to be collecting the wreckage and documenting the wreckage today, and then recovering it to Delaware, where we will do a further examination and layout. We'll be looking at the man and the machine and the environment, and by that I mean the pilots, their ratings, their certificates, their health, the fitness for flight, the aircraft performance, engineering functionality, and the environment, wind, weather, anything like that. We expect to be done here on scene by tomorrow. At that point, the public can expect a preliminary report within about 14 days and a factual report about 9 to 12 months, and then a probable cause a few months after that. With that said, it is still very early in this investigation, so I can take a few questions and then I really need to return to work.
When you say experimental aircraft, can you talk a little bit about what that designation means?
That has to do with the type of airworthiness certificate that the airplane possesses.
Okay.
I know, Lynn, that you mentioned your concern about people driving in the area and stopping and looking. Other than the community being able to send more information, what can they do to make this area safer while you guys investigate?
Well, Hanover Township Police Department has done a fantastic job of securing this area to keep it safe, because obviously the accident site is very close to a well-traveled road. And so we'd ask the public to stay away from the area if they're able to, so that we don't have any issues here, and we should be off of this site by late this afternoon.
And are there other challenges, I would say, with doing an investigation near a residential area that people may not realize that are issues that they should be mindful of whenever they are driving through?
In this area, we have a relatively large debris field. So I would ask the public to be on the lookout for any pieces of aircraft wreckage that they might find, and to notify the Hanover Police Department if they locate anything, and encourage their kids not to be touching anything. Let your kids know if they find something, go tell mom and dad, and let mom and dad deal with the police, and they'll come get it. So that's what they're going to be on the lookout for at this point. Any other questions?
When it seems like a lot of the investigation in terms of searching for things like that is narrowed to this development. Are you just speaking to these folks when you talk about finding things, or do you think there could be debris and other things that extend further back along the trajectory of the plane's flight?
We don't know. At this point, I believe that anywhere between the airport and here would be fair game for finding anything, but really in the quarter of a mile along the flight path, mainly over this neighborhood where we found some pieces of wreckage and contents of the airplane. I'd ask people to be on the lookout and let us know.
Okay.
Lynn, through your experience, I think it's a miracle that none of these houses were damaged. Is this something that is abnormal in your line of work, in your experience?
We never know from one accident to the other. For this accident, we were very fortunate that nobody on the ground was injured, because there were a lot of people around where the aircraft impacted terrain. So I think we're very, very fortunate in this instance. But with that, I need to get back to work and continue our recovery.